Children, we are going to try something. I have this glass half full of water and I have this salt. I'm going to put this salt in the water and I'm going to stir this and see. Oh, can you see some magic has happened? The salt has disappeared. That means the salt has dissolved. Now let's try something else. I've got this glass half full of water and I'm going to take sugar. Can you see? This is sugar. I'll try the same thing I will do. So I'm going to put this sugar in this water and I'm going to stir and stir and stir, and let me see what has happened. I've taken one full spoon, but most of the sugar has disappeared, and so we can say that this sugar has dissolved in the water. We'll try something else. I've got this glass half full of water and I'm taking this is oil. So I'm going to put this oil in this water and I'm going to stir and stir and stir. And what do I notice? Oh, this oil has come right on top, and down I can see there's only water. The oil has not disappeared. Let's try something else. Here I have taken a glass half full of water and this is turmeric, what your mother uses in the kitchen. So I'm going to put this in this water and I'm going to stir and stir. And I've seen that this turmeric has got mixed with water. Now I'm going to try something else. I've got this glass half full of water and here I have this sand. I have stirred, but I've noticed that the sand has not disappeared. It has gone down and it is still there. Now what have we come to a conclusion? We can say that some things get dissolved and some things do not dissolve. I can say that this salt has dissolved. Here the sugar has dissolved, but the oil has not dissolved. Here the sand has not dissolved. So I keep these things aside. Now here, if I taste this, the whole water has become sweet. If I taste this, the whole water has become salty. So what do we come to a conclusion? That when a substance and water mixes together, we form a solution. We learn that when a substance and water mixes together, a mixture is formed. And this mixture is called solution. Here I have this for you. When a substance dissolves in water, a mixture of that substance and water is formed. This mixture is called the solution. sometimes you get loose motions, and when you get loose motions, you go many times to the toilet, and as a result, a lot of water is lost. Now, your parents give you a solution, that is water and salt and sugar. They give you this solution and you feel better. But sometimes with this you do not get alright. Now what is this solution called? It is called ORS. This solution is called ORS. When you go many times to toilet, your body is hydrated. You have lost lot of water. So we have to rehydrate your body. So to rehydrate your body, we give you ORS, that is oral rehydration solution. So this is a solution that is formed to rehydrate your body. But still, at times we do not get all right. So then your parents take you to the hospital. And in the once you are admitted to the hospitals, the doctors give you saline. They hospitalize you, and this is a saline bottle. Now what is this saline? There is water and salt. And in this water and salt, doctors have put some medicines. And so when you get this water, salt and the medicines together, you become alright quickly. Within 1 to 2 days, you are alright. And your body has got rehydrated once again. Now we go to the next thing. I have a bowl of water and I've got many things. I've got some things over here. Some things are from the compass, some things are from the kitchen, some things are from the drawer, and I'm going to keep all this, put all these things in this water. Now, once I have put these things in the water, what do we notice? I can see some things floating in the water, and there are some things which have gone down inside the water. So what do I say? These things are lighter in weight. They are lighter than water, and so they float. But some things are heavier than water, and so they sink. The things that float are lighter than water. Here the things are floating and they are lighter than water. The things that sink are heavier than water. So these things are heavier and they are sunk. Now we proceed. I have this glass full of water and I'm going to put this mud in this water and stir it. Now you may have realized sometimes we get muddy water, muddy tap water, or sometimes in the villages when people go to fill water, the water is very muddy. Now how to make this muddy water clean? For that, we have to keep this water as it is without shaking. We have to let it remain like that way only. After some time, we will notice that heavier particles have settled down. Can you see these heavier particles? They have settled down. And there are still lighter particles on top. And this water is not clear, muddy water it is. Now what we should do for this? Once these heavier particles settle down, what do we say? The process of allowing heavier particles to settle to the bottom of still water is called settling. Here we have allowed the heavier particles to settle, and so it is called settling. This process is called settling. Now, what about this remaining water? How should I remove the mud from this water? To remove this mud, finer particles from this water, we are going to put this water into another glass without putting the heavier particles. Now here there are finer particles with the mud. What to do? So we are going to do something else. This is alum and this is alum powder. So I'm going to put this alum and I'm going to stir this, and here I have to keep this water for 7 to 8 hours for the fine mud to settle down, and then the water will become clean. So swirling alum in water helps the soil particles in muddy water to settle down, and after 7 to 8 hours we will see that this muddy water will settle down. Now after 7 to 8 hours I'm showing you this glass. The mud has settled down, the water has become clean, and these are lighter particles. They are not heavier, that is why they have not settled down. Now what should we do? I have to remove this, separate this water and make it cleaner water. So I am going to pass it through the strainer. I take a glass, I take a strainer, and I am going to pass this water, not the underneath portion, only this part and the top portion. So slowly I am putting. Here I can see the water is much cleaner than the first water. Now what is this process called? If we strain muddy water, it helps to make it clean. This process is called filtration. So we just filtered the water and we removed the muddy water. If we strain muddy water, it helps to make it clean. This process is called filtration. Now after filtration, can I say that this water is safe for drinking? Is it potable water? Is this water safe for drinking? Now for that we have to see potable water, water safe for drinking, water that does not endanger our health in any way. When we drink, it is called safe drinking water or potable water. That means the water should not endanger our lives in any way. It should not make us unhealthy. It should not make us sick. So how should I know that this water is safe for drinking? For that, we have to see that this water, the pure water, has no taste, no smell, and no color. Pure water has no taste, no smell, or no color. Now, when you go to drink the water, you must see that this water is tasteless. The water has no taste. It should not have any taste. Second point, you have to remember that there should be no color. Can you see? There is no color. The water we drink has not to have any color. It is colorless. And the third thing we have to remember is it should not have any bad smell. So smell the water and see. If it is having bad smell, do not drink it. Now if it is tasteless, colorless, and does not have any smell, is this water safe for drinking? We still cannot say that this water is safe for drinking. Why? Because it can still have microorganisms in the water. Now what is microorganisms? Micro means very, very small. Organisms are living things. So very small living things are still there in the water, which we cannot see with our eyes. With our naked eyes we cannot see it. And for that we need the help of microscope. Now what is microscope? It is an instrument to see these living things. This is a microscope. You can see this girl looking through the microscope to see any microorganisms are there. So if we see through the microscope, we will be able to see that there are microorganisms present in the water. Micro is very, very small. Organisms, a living thing. Microscope, I told you, an instrument for looking at very, very small things. Now, this water, although it has no taste, no color, no smell, it can still have microorganisms. So what should I do for that? I have to boil the water. I need to boil the water. Once we boil the water, all the organisms get killed. Now, I'll show you this paper. Boiling the water kills the microorganisms in it and prevents diseases. Now, we boil the water and we prevented diseases. You may have noticed in the rainy season, when we get the tap water, we are supposed to boil the water because they have a lot of microorganisms. The pipes are open on the way when we get the water, so a lot of organisms can get into that, and if we drink that water without boiling, these microorganisms we enter our body and we get diarrheas, that is loose motions. So we become sick. In order that we should not become sick, we should not get diarrhea, we need to boil water. And once the water is boiled, we have seen that it has no taste, no color, no smell, and if we have boiled the water, then I can say that this water is safe for drinking. Thank you.